Peace and great rise to you all. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. It's Sunday, the 16th of May. It's the day after that blood moon, and I just had to come on and chat and just really talk about the whole significance behind the eclipse for me. And right now I'm making making some CMOS capsules for a client, so I'm just chilling, making capsules and things. So hold on, there we go. So that whole eclipse was amazing. Were you able to see it in your area? I went outside and looked up at the sky, and it was like the moon was in 3D. It was blood red, and I got some pretty dope pictures. But it was just in the sky, like suspended, suspended animation. It was on some Tina Marie type stuff. And, so we had a Scorpio moon, and, I have a Scorpio moon, and it was very significant for me. Scorpio is the ruler of my ninth house. And, there were just a lot of things that are coming full circle for me. In regards to adulthood, in regards to, it was just my solar return. And then we had it was Friday the 13th. We had a beautiful May 13th Friday. It was just like these past few weeks have been absolutely amazing for me. And everything that I was going through, it was all internal. It was all psychological. There are a lot of things that are ending for me, and not starting back up again. So we got generational things that I kind of strong armed, as well as, and generationally, I come from a long line of teen mothers, and that cycle will not be recreated with mine. I have, young ladies that I'm responsible for, and, their minds are in a completely different place than mine was when I was their age, which is awesome. So generationally, we doing things, we breaking cycles and whatnot, as well as the way I was raised. I wasn't nurtured very much. So a lot of the nurturing and parenting I had to do in adulthood. I had to do some good therapy, some good self-talks. And I also had some pretty difficult experiences that I was able to learn from. I was able to, glean that information from experiences and apply it, to my current reality, and not repeat cycles. So I had things that I had been dealing with from childhood mentally that I was finally able to be liberated from, where I really actually feel liberated, where I feel like that thing is not a burden. It's not something that's overtaking my thoughts, and I'm able to move about freely, comfortably in my own skin and be myself. And that's a plus. Being in alignment is a plus, because a difficult feeling is when you're not in alignment when what you're saying is not matching with what you're doing, right? And I'm a big believer in my doings and my sayings matching, because if I'm not doing that, then it really does something to me internally. I have to be myself. I have to speak my truth, and or it hurts me. You know what I mean? I feel like so I don't do that to myself. But this full moon was it was a full flower moon. And it was all about deep transformation on the inside, the psyche, okay, your mental, your emotional, your spiritual. As a collective, we're going through a change in the inside. And in the next 6 months or what have you, and probably even sooner and even more so past, we'll be, seeing these changes show up in the physical, okay? Because on the flip side, you have Taurus, which is is opposing this Scorpio moon that we have just had passed yesterday. So in Taurus is all about tangibility. It's all about the physical the physical manifestation of those things that are happening in the inside. So at the end of the year, we'll be having another eclipse in Taurus, and we'll be able to see, even more so physically, these things manifest in these beautiful things that we've been working on internally. And let me tell you, in my community, I feel the energy of, that deep transformation. There's a lot of holistic healing stuff that are going on on the streets. Okay, you got folks that are setting up, that are offering what they have to the community. Over this past weekend in LA, they had a We Rise LA, and they had healing pop-ups like all over the city. I was able to do yoga, I was able to do screen printing, I was able to do breath work, hear poetry and live music, all in my community. And that was kind of on a larger scale. But then you have all of these dope pop-ups with, black and brown people, okay? Like really like showing their skill, really, transforming their experience into something beautiful to offer the community. And it's great unity going on. So that's going on the inside of us as well. Spiritually speaking, we are all, clearing out, that scorpionic, that low vibrational scorpionic energy. We're clearing out our closets. And the eighth house is all about, or, Scorpio again is all about deep transformation, but it's also about, joint finances. It's about, the astrologic realm. It's about, the occult, the, kind of like the unseen and those things. So all of that energy, those skeletons, child, those generational skeletons, all of these things have reached a full moon, right? So we're able to, let go of or release, or, these things are able to reach their peak or come to culmination. So secret things, things that happen, in private, all of these things are, reaching their peak. And they're going bye-bye, and these things are being transformed or transmuted, if you will, into something physical. So if there's something that you've been holding on to, you might be transforming that thing into a physical store. You might be transmuting that thing into a brand. I believe it's going to be something positive. Because, why would you want to focus on anything else but positivity and what you can manifest, right? So yeah, this full moon was very beautiful. And we've got these eclipses that'll be happening in Taurus and in Scorpio over the next few years, right? And this is very beneficial for me because in my big three, I have Taurus and I have Scorpio, okay? And those are like, it makes me feel very polarized, but then I have an Aquarius rising in the middle. So I have my peacemaker, and how I show up, holding all of those polarized parts of myself together, and not in a way that is restraining, not in a way that is that is like separating, but in a way where we're all of the parts of myself are working together. I'm kind of like the Holy Trinity, if you will. The big three is like the Holy Spirit. You know, it's like who you are, right? In a nutshell, because we're so many things. And I'm sure if you're, if you're following along with, how, our universe is transforming and moving, and how that influences us, then you feel me. You know, you on the same frequency, you're tapped in, right? So I hope that, this eclipse full moon was beautiful for you. If you would like, you can comment down below. I love to interact with you, and let me know what your placements are. Let me know how this eclipse affected you, and also what would be very beneficial for you is to look at the dates of all of the other eclipses. I had an online community, and we actually planted seeds for this day, for yesterday. And we planted those in November, and it was words that everybody did things differently. And also, check and see what you were doing in 2010. Check and see what you were doing in 2014. Check and see what you were doing in 2004. Okay. And just, look and pay attention to the synchronicities that might be happening, the people that might be showing up again. Okay. Because we are all, we're all cycles and seasons. And, that's why it's important for you to be intentional on how you plan. Also, if you're interested in getting a full natal reading, you can check out my website at iambalance.com. Also, it's it's extremely important for you to understand how to read astrology on your own. I always like to say that it's great to tap in with an astrologer, but it's even greater to be your own astrologer. All right. Love you guys so much. Have a beautiful Monday. Make sure that you're being careful on this Mercury retrograde. Make sure that you're not making any rash decisions or jumping into new things just yet. If you're getting new information, new job offers, if communication is choppy with individuals, slow down, take a deep breath. Think some thoughts, do some journaling, and then recalibrate that thing in June. Talk to someone, okay? Or maybe listen, okay? Have a wonderful day, you guys. Peace.